Hello and welcome to Green 360, the world of agriculture on iBrandTV, Nigeria's leading online TV channel. I am Michael Nath, your host on the show. On this episode, we shall be talking about agro-commodity, the best crops and plants to trade in the international market. Details coming up shortly. You're watching Green 360, the world of agriculture on iBrandTV. Going forward, let's take this notable quote. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, founded year 2000 by Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates and his wife Melinda, is a non-profit organization fighting poverty, disease and inequity around the world. Now, talking about agro-commodity, the global carrot market, for instance, is worth $50.3 billion, and China controls over 70% of that market, producing over 50 million tons annually, with Uzbekistan coming a distant second with less than 21 million tons. Nigeria is Africa's largest producer. However, it ranks 31 in the world, churning out a paltry 200,000 tons yearly. Without mincing words, Nigeria is one country blessed with perhaps the best climate, soil and vegetation most suitable for agriculture in the world. Arguably, if there are 100 food and cash crops on earth altogether, almost 95 of them will do well in Nigeria. Just name it. Many crops and plants from anywhere in the world will grow and do very well in one part of Nigeria or the other. If properly harnessed and given the right government policies, enabling environment and sincerity of purpose, agriculture will most likely produce the largest number of generation next billionaires in Nigeria in the shortest possible time frame. Now, to help illustrate our discourse, let's take this field report.
Trading in agricultural commodities is as old as the practice of agriculture itself. Ordinarily, no individual community, region, or even country anywhere in the world has every crop, whether food or cash crop, they need in abundance. Hence, the need to trade. Farm produce are traded in the local and international markets. In the global agro-commodity market, Nigeria has a lot to offer for good foreign exchange if only things can be done properly. For instance, the global carrot market is worth $50.3 billion annually, and China controls over 70% of the market, producing over 50 million tons. Nigeria is Africa's largest producer. However, she stands at number 31 in the world, churning out a paltry 200,000 tons yearly. Tomato is another cash crop making waves in the market, representing about 15% of world's average total vegetable consumption. In Nigeria, demand far outweighs the supply, even as the country stands as the leading producer of tomatoes in sub-Saharan Africa, holding a 1.3% share of the production. Corn and sugar are also good choices for trading in the agricultural commodity market because they have good liquidity. Corn and sugar are also good choices for trading in agricultural commodity market because they have good liquidity. Both also tend to trend strongly, and a good trend can make a trader very happy. The list is endless, But first, you need the right information. Therefore, to embark on agro-commodity trading, particularly for export, the places to visit for the right information are as listed on screen.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436 07066638213. Banga fresh palm fruit extract.
You're still watching Green 360, and I have with me here in the studio someone who has once been my guest on the show. The other time he talked about crowdfunding for financing small and medium-scale farming enterprises. Today, he is going to talk about agro-commodity, the best crops to trade in the world market. He is an agro-commodity trader himself. I'm talking about none other person than Michael Jegede. Hello, Michael. You're welcome once again to Green 360 here on iBrandTV.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, like we said last time, you were here and talked about something else. Today, we're going to talk about agro-commodity. Now, we have understood from what we have seen so far that trading in agricultural produce is simply what agro-commodity means. Is there any other thing you would want to add to that?
No, absolutely. That's what it means. It's an exchange of agro produce and then in exchange for something. So the commodity in there is your produce and something that you exchange for. That's the commodity. So it's just it's the mix of exchanging your agro produce for basically money. So I wouldn't want to say, because we don't do trade by barters again. We don't do all those things we do in the olden days where you can take agro produce and then you get something in return. So, but these days, agro produce for money, money, and then takes agro produce. So that's what you have just done is agro commodity trading. That's basically what
interesting.
Yeah.
Now, does this have to do with agro produce and their sales locally or internationally or both?
Of course, both. You do agro-commodity trading in the local market, and so also you do in the international market. So the one you do in the international market is just basically we call export trading. And then you do the local one, you call the local market, whatever you want to call it. But basically, we do it in the both, phases.
I see.
Yeah.
How easy is it for a local producer of agricultural commodities to switch, that's go next step to
international market?
Yeah.
Okay.
How easy is it?
Yeah, well, we could say it's easy, really, except if you don't have the right information about how to go about it. Basically, almost all the farmers in Nigeria, especially those who trade in things that are exportable, in produce that are exportable, would like to have their produce, being taken to the foreign market. So, but before you can actually do that, there are processes. There are things you need to put in place. First of all, no off-takers, we call them off-taker or buyers from the international market, we want to deal with you if you are not properly registered. If you are not very viable, and then if you are not registered, or if you don't belong to some form of associations where you can actually be easily identified in the case of eventuality or something that might happen. So that's why it is easy, but first there are requirements, there are steps to be taken before you can actually be taking your produce to the international market.
Can we have this
First, like I said, you need to register. We need to have a business register with Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC of Nigeria. And then for easy or smooth running of your business into the international market, it's advisable you join the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. So you register with them, and then you need to have a bank account. You need to have a registered bank account. As it is now, in this case, maybe your NIN is also important as it is now, because almost everything we trade on the international market now, you need to have some form of identity, backing up who you are. So there are just few steps. First, you need to register your business, because no serious-minded business person outside there would want to deal with an individual. They will want to deal with an entity, which is a business. So register a business and then join the Export Promotion Council. For you, they will facilitate some of your, your trade. And then they makes it very easy. And then you also get more acceptance from the international market that you belong to a body. And after that, you have a bank account where, potential buyers will be dropping their money, and then you'll be exporting your produce. And then you need to have a good export or a merchant or some form of agencies who does exporting of your goods, because it's not easy as it is for you to just take say I have a container and then I'm going to the seaport. I want to go and export it. You need to have somebody who knows that terrain very well, and then that's how it's like I used to say, somebody needs to lead you to where you are going. That road you want to go on, you want to embark on, somebody has actually gone on that road. He knows the road very well. So why don't you just queue behind the person and then have a smooth ride? So those are just the simple steps that you need to take. As simple as it is, some uneducated people will think, oh, it's very, very hard.
Yes, actually, that's where I was going to get to.
Okay.
It will be easier for someone who is already literate, that's the educated farmer, to embark on all the things you've just mentioned.
All right.
But when you think of remember the fact that a majority of farmers are in the rural areas.
Absolutely.
And they might want also to cash into this opportunity and also make their own money. What's your advice for most of them who are in the rural areas, and also consider the fact that they may not be literate?
Okay, so good question. There are plans in place for that. There are people who are basically into agro-commodity trading. There are agro-commodity traders, there are companies in Nigeria, there are agencies in Nigeria, there are individual persons in Nigeria who does agro-commodities. So what they do basically is to go to neighboring villages, markets in the village or local places to aggregate. So when they aggregate the agro produce, and so they take it to the market themselves. So all you need to do as an uneducated person who is into farming or who produce agro-commodity or something, just don't hire that particular foreign market first. First look at the immediate person who is speaking to you to say, let me buy this thing off from you. I'm taking it to the market. There are processes there. There are a lot of things involved. Because that person is faced with a lot of risk. That person that is taking your produce to the international market. Why don't you just, minimize your risk, sell to that person at a reasonable price? Those people, they already at your village. They are coming to come and buy from you. You don't have logistic problem. All you just need to do is to farm, take it out from the farm, and take it to a market in the village, or probably your house, your store, at the front of your one store somewhere. The person is coming to come and buy and taking into the market himself or herself. So it's easier like that. In that way, everybody is now becoming part of that particular initiative. Indirectly or directly, you don't necessarily have to be the one exporting it yourself. So give it to somebody.
Yet indirectly, you are into exportation.
Export. You can say boldly, you can beat your chest that say, I farmed so crop last year and it's being exported. So you can tell your neighbors, your fellow farmers with the village that says, do you know that my produce is being exported to whatever. So but because you have been able to align yourself with somebody who can do it for you.
There are things like cooperative societies and stuff like that, which the individual in the village that's in the rural area can be part of in order to enjoy this opportunity.
Yeah, so agro-commodity traders always want to get people in clusters.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be in cooperative forms or something. It could be cluster.
Okay.
Cluster means that group of people doing a specific producing specific commodity. For instance, if you go to Samfara, for instance, or Gombe, you will see that a lot of farmers there, they produce sesame seed. I was going to talk about that when we get to that part very well. They produce sesame seeds. Some of them does rice, some of them does cashew nuts, some of them does tomatoes and all of that. So you have 100 of them doing tomatoes, you have 100 of them doing cashew nuts, you have 100 of them doing palm, whatever. So agro-commodity trader knows exactly which village is going or she is going to go on and buy those produce, aggregate those produce. So you don't have to form a cooperative before an agro-commodity trader could buy your produce and take it to the international market.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Michael, I'm going to come back to you after this break. We'll go on a break now and come back with more. Stay with us.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's through unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
You're still watching Green 360 here on iBrandTV, and I still have in the studio with me Michael Jegede. Michael, I'm back to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there have been packages, to help finance projects in Nigeria, agricultural projects, I mean.
Yeah.
Is there any such packages meant for agro-commodity trading in Nigeria?
Okay, there are. The Nigerian governments have put in some policies, policies in place for us for farmers to be able to tap into and then have their produce being exported. So that's why that's basically the responsibility of initiative as that is being given to Nigerian Agro Export Promotion Council. So and then if you go into those agencies of government, you will see that there are a lot of things that you can access. There are opportunities that you can explore in that space for you to have your agro-commodity produce being exported. They are, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the best exportable crops in Nigeria? Can you mention?
Okay, as of in about 2 years to now, about 2 years ago, the number one, it has remained number one up until now, up until tomorrow that we are going to wake up tomorrow. Sesame seed. Sesame seed has remained the number one most valuable and most exportable agro produce in Nigeria. As we speak now, as at the first quarter and second quarter of 2019 stroke 2020, sesame seed being exported to the international market to what about 70.2 billion naira.
What did you call it?
Sesame seed.
What's that?
Okay, sesame seed is a seed. It's in the form of, it's similar to what you call egusi, melon.
Okay.
It's just small tiny seed that contain all mineral, vitamins, a lot of things. That seed is absolutely a wonderful seed that does a lot of things, and Japan has remained the number one off-taker or buyers of such seed, and is being grown in Nigeria, especially in the northern part of the country. That's what, if you go to the north, is traded like the same way you see. What are the major things you see in the southwest here? The cocoa, that's sesame seed. I need you to find out that seed is very powerful and is giving Nigerian agri-commodity a whole lot of money. As we speak, as at the first quarter of 2020 and then the last quarter of 2021, the seed has grown in 3% more than what it grew last year. It was stood at 73% last 2019, and as our 2020 first quarter and second quarter, and it has added another 3% to 70.2 billion naira. Means it's growing up to 74 point something billion in the market. I mean, when the amount of money traded, that's what I'm saying, being converted to Nigerian money. It's about, so that market is very large, and it's following up with what do you call it? Cocoa, fermented cocoa. Okay. Fermented cocoa seed, yeah.
And after cocoa,
yes, then you sesame seeds take the number one as we speak now, and Nigeria remains we are almost number 7th largest country in the world producing sesame seed.
Wow.
And in sub-Saharan Africa, Nigeria is the top country producing sesame seed. And I think this topic, we need to also exploit the more to see opportunities for people who want to export their produce. Cocoa is also doing very massively well, standing at about 26 something billion naira annually traded into the international market. Wow. And then you follow up with cashew nuts. So these are produce that people has packaged over time and then taken to the international market. China, Japan, Korea, they've remained the largest country of taking or buying this produce from Africa. Wow. And in fact, what we have in the country as of now, we still don't have enough. We still need, if we produce more than what we have produced in the Nigerian farmers produce about 400,000 metric tons of sesame seed per year.
Wow.
And that seed grows in 3 months. In about 3 months is done.
Interesting.
The cycle is 3 months. Very, very, it can grow anywhere in the part of the country, but is suitable for the north.
Wow. Okay, finally now, what incentives do you suggest the government can put in place to encourage agro-commodity trading in Nigeria?
Good. First thing, government need to do a very good policies that will allow free trade agreements between Nigerian market traders and international off-takers. What I mean is this: put a policy in place, make the barriers less cumbersome for me to be able to trade international markets. Now, what I'm saying is also that the Nigerian Export Promotion Council and every other agencies that aids the transactions between local and international market, to make it, they need to facilitate the trade. Do a connection between the international off-taker and the local producers of agro-commodity for them to be able to interact. I would have suggest if the Nigerian government could do an interactive engagement, virtual engagement, where every traders will go to and have conversation with international off-taker without barriers, without having to come and meet Mike and Nat to say, I want to trade, please help me trade with so in Japan. So let me have a platform. For instance, what a platform do I mean? Put a platform in place, maybe a portal. Everybody goes into a virtual platform where I can log in. I have a dashboard as an agro trader, as a farmer, and put all my agro produce in there, and then somebody over there will browse me and see the same way you see on Facebook. If I want to know everything about you, I go to Facebook, I see you. So, but let's have a government-based or governmental-based platform, so that way it gives credibility. And then it gives some kind of assurance to the international market. So, oh, this one is verified, or this one is coming from a source that we identify. Let it be like an interactive place. Oh, we have a free trade zone and all of that. So let's have things like that for the export, agro-commodity that will make the farmer here or the trader here to connect with the international market in a very easy and accessible way.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Michael. It's been an amazing time with you on the show today, as usual.
Thank you.
And for you out there, all you need to do, referring to mostly those of you that are in the villages, you think you don't have access to making your own money? You have it all. It's all on your hands. All you have to do is just follow the steps marshaled out here already by the experts, and you begin to count your own money. So we'll be back again sometime to give you another wonderful package on this same show, Green 360. The pleasure of presentation has been mine. I'm Michael Nath.